So he's recording.
Right, go. Go and have a. Just go and have
Okay.
Why are you so shit? Go on, hurry up.
Right. Okay. I know it's filming now, I can't do it. Right. Okay.
We're running out of time.
That's fine, that's fine. The drug cocaine is obtained from the leaves of the coca plant found in South America. For thousands of years, the people indigenous to South America have chewed on the leaves of the coca plant, and evidence suggests it was used as a form of anaesthetic for trepanning. Once the Spanish conquered South America, they proclaimed the use of the leaf the devil's work, but once they realised how widespread the use was, they allowed and taxed it. In 1855, the cocaine alkaloid was isolated from the leaves and used in everything from toothache drops to brands of wine. Have you ever wondered where the name Coca-Cola comes from? At the start of the 20th century, the addictive properties of cocaine became known and it was outlawed. However, it was not until 1970 that it was considered a controlled substance. Today, cocaine is illegal, but there is still widespread use of it, with cheaper and less pure forms available on the black market. The use of cocaine as a recreational drug is particularly prevalent among the younger generation. However, cocaine is not all it's cracked up to be. Do that one again. Is it weird?
Recording again.
The drug cocaine is obtained from the leaves of a coca plant found in South America. For thousands of years, the people indigenous to South America have chewed on the leaves of the coca plant, and evidence suggests it was used as a form of anaesthetic for trepanning. Once the Spanish conquered South America, they proclaimed the use of the leaf the devil's work, but once they realised how widespread the use was, they allowed and taxed it. In 1855, the cocaine alkaloid was isolated from the leaves and used in everything from toothache drops to brands of wine. Have you ever wondered where the name Coca-Cola comes from? At the start of the 20th century, the addictive properties of cocaine became known and it was outlawed. However, it was not until 1970 that it was considered a controlled substance. Today, cocaine is illegal, but there is still widespread use of it, with cheaper and less pure forms available on the black market. The use of cocaine as a recreational drug is particularly prevalent amongst the younger generation. However, cocaine is not all it's cracked up to be. When your so-called friends are telling you to try a line of this white powder and they tell you it's a drug called cocaine, you may just believe them. In actual fact, in today's society, cocaine that you obtain off the streets is almost never cocaine in its purest form. More likely, the powder your friends are snorting is a mixture of washing powder, talcum powder, and even sand. The tiny percentage, however, that is cocaine is enough to give you a small and short-lived high, the effects of which typically only last for approximately 20 minutes. But these can be a very dangerous 20 minutes. You may not realise it, but while you feel on top of the world, the drugs you've ingested have raised your blood pressure, body temperature and heart rate, all of which can lead to heart palpitations, a heart attack or even a stroke. Over 28% of all emergency room cases from drugs involve the use of cocaine. If you survive the encounter without having a heart attack, you will almost certainly want more. The buzz that you've just experienced is only short, and therefore you'll think your body can handle more, which it can't. The second line you have might just push your body over the edge. After prolonged use of the drug, it can be hard to resist the craving, but continual use will lead to a whole host of other side effects. Picture not being able to get out of bed in the morning due to loss of energy. Picture not being able to get out of bed in the morning due to loss of energy. Suspecting your family and friends of conspiring against you as the paranoia takes hold. Not being able to remember the night before, where you went and who you went home with. Not being able to breathe properly as you have an anxiety attack. Think, is it worth it? The decision to carry on taking cocaine will not only affect your body physically, but affect you socially as well. You lose your close friends and instead hang around with other drug takers. You lose your job, get kicked out of school and have no money. You have to resort to stealing from your loved ones to get your fix. Your parents, siblings, partner, children all disown you because they can't trust you anymore. Imagine losing your friends, family, job and all the aspirations you ever had, all because of that white powder. All this is scary enough without even thinking of the legal issues involved. Cocaine is a Class A drug. That means you can get 7 years in jail just for possession. You'll get a life sentence in jail for for dealing of cocaine, which not only includes selling it to others, but also just handing it out to your mates. Is that short-term high worth the risk? Ecstasy is extremely popular recreational drug amongst certain groups in English society. A favourite of clubbers and the like, the euphoria-inducing substance MDMA, often known as ecstasy or simply E, is famed for providing revellers with the energy to dance all night and well into the morning. However, as we will discover shortly, the negative short and long-term effects of ecstasy are worth considering fully before you let this powerful drug loose on your brain and hormone system. When offered a small pill, often brightly coloured and decorated with some emblem or other, and told that it's E, consider the fact that most pills are not MDMA in pure form. Many manufacturers of ecstasy tablets cut production costs by filling out the pill with cheaper, inferior and often dangerous substances, such as speed or caffeine. These compounds, often found in bizarre cocktails in many pills available on the streets, can often be more dangerous than ecstasy itself, and is therefore important that you remember one simple fact: when offered a pill, you never know what you're getting yourself into. If you decide to take the risk, and by good fortune happen upon a pill of pure MDMA, you're still not quite out of the woods yet. The pill is named ecstasy for one obvious reason. The user experiences a sense of peace, euphoria and energy shortly after taking the pill that can fuel long nights of dancing. The problem is that all the while hormone reserves are being depleted. By the morning, you'd feel low and depressed. If used often, the user can even suffer from schizophrenia or amphetamine psychosis as a result of the mood-altering properties of ecstasy and some other chemicals often added to the pills. Some people are so chemically sensitive to ecstasy that taking just one pill can lead to death. Although the chances of this happening are reasonably low, is it really worth taking the risk just for a temporary high that is often followed by days of depression? You have avoided the most extreme side effects of MDMA. Surely there's nothing else to worry about. Unfortunately, there's a long list of less severe but still far from enjoyable effects of ecstasy, ranging from diarrhea to lockjaw. These include increased heart rate and blood pressure, increased body temperature, involuntary teeth grinding, uncontrollable eye movements, dehydration, and hypothermia as a result of dehydration. Ecstasy is also a Class A drug. The maximum sentence for possession of ecstasy is 7 years and an unlimited fine. The maximum sentence for dealing ecstasy is life in prison and an unlimited fine. From what we have covered in this video, it should be clear that Ecstasy is a Class A drug. The maximum sentence for the possession of ecstasy is 7 years and unlimited fine. The maximum sentence for dealing ecstasy is life in prison and an unlimited fine. From what we have covered in the video, it should be clear why the repercussions of using or supplying ecstasy are so severe.
Cracking.